What's up? It's ORiAN here with Underground Magazine issue 13 out in Los Angeles. About to do a little Q&A. When I was like probably 12 or 13, my dad, he had FL Studio on his computer, like he was making rock music and stuff. So I got that on my laptop and just started making like little sample beats and stuff. I was listening. He put me on to MF Doom and Jay Dilla, and so I was like trying to make some stuff like that with some like crazy samples and shit. So yeah, really just started making beats in my room, and then I eventually started rapping when I was like probably 16 or 17. You know, started to have a little bit of stuff to say, a little more perspective on the world and everything. Yeah, so I started writing and then just, it went from there, bro.
You're still learning.
Yeah, unless someone sends me a beat and, like, I really fuck with it. But I'd say, like, 95% of the stuff I do is all produced by myself. Yeah, I just been making stuff off the laptop, bro. Like, yeah, still using the laptop keys and everything. Yeah, like I said, like Jay Dilla, he was one of the first ones that I was like, oh, okay, this is like the kind of music that I want to make. Like, I want to make music that makes people like feel like this music, you know, as far as instrumental. So yeah, I mean, since then, like I learned how to sample. I learned how to like do stuff on a little like, you know, beat machine, like on the computer and stuff. And I feel like that's how I developed more of like a unique like sound, like a take on music rather than just trying to like recreate stuff. I feel like it led me to like find my own like route of how I could like chop stuff up and make it sound like my own. So Jay Dilla's huge, Quasimodo's crazy. Actually, I have a tattoo of him right here. This is the first tattoo I got. And he was one of my favorite producers. He still is, to be honest, but I sent him a picture of the tattoo when I got it and on Instagram, and he said, I'm not telling you should get that removed, but not everyone thinks that's cool. And I was like, damn, that sucks. But he's real for that, so shout out Quasimodo. Also lyrically, definitely Mac Miller is a huge influence. I think he's the best. Honestly, lyrically, I don't really know if I would say I take too much inspiration from anyone in particular. I think there's certain songs that I can hear and I'm like, oh, I think that's a great way to get your point across. But lyrically, I try to be more or less my own.
It's in my past that makes me the way I am right now. And
bro, you gotta step away from like the music and like the art, like to be inspired, and then come back and like take what you learned or like what you experienced and like put that into something for people to understand or to never listen to. But I feel like for me personally, it's like, you know, I need to go just live life, like, and just like enjoy the things that I enjoy, and then like that naturally gives me the most inspiration to just keep like just talking. Like I feel like that's a lot of like what like my writing is. It's just like, you know, it's just talking to like myself, you know, or saying the things that like I don't feel are necessary to vocalize in day-to-day, you know, situations. So yeah, I just go live, and then I come back and I kind of reflect on it.
I'm just stuck here, waiting for however long.
Personally, like where I envision my music career going is to follow the path of all like the great people that got me started, you know, and that's really just like spreading the message to like a large audience that understands you and cares about it for like the reason that you care about it, you know, or that at least it like contributes to their life, you know. That's what I got from music from a young age, you know, the feeling that like no one really understood what I was saying or how I was thinking, but then you could listen to some shit and like they might be talking about something completely different, but it gives you like the confirmation that you need that like you're doing the right thing, and that you're not like all that different. So I'd like to provide that feeling to a large audience of people. I think regardless of like the amount of people that the message gets to, I think the version of success that I'm looking for is the one where I feel like I can just continue to create without a boundary of like trying to do it for a reason or for anyone else. You know what I mean? I think that's where the best music and art comes from. For me, is just like when I don't put expectations on it or necessarily goals, and I just like do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think like you are like given a gift of like music, and then like it's up to you whether or not you want to waste it. You know what I mean? Like you could chase like numbers, or you could chase like the music and get back to it. I think the latter is like a more fulfilling and successful career.
How long it takes you to figure that out.
Austin's dope, bro. Like, it's definitely got a hip hop scene that's just getting its wheels turning. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of been a lacking area in Austin since I was growing up. Like, there's never really been like a, every little genre has its bars and it's like spots in town where like you just find like-minded people. You go places and they're playing music that you want to hear. I never really remember that in Austin growing up, and it's just starting to get to the point where like you run into more of a like open-minded like person on all accounts, whether it be music or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're just getting there. So the people that are like doing everything that they're doing to get it started now, in my eyes, like we're going to be the people that when you talk about Austin hip hop in 10 years from now, and you start to establish like these names that are correlated to cities and stuff like that. I think Austin's one of those places that like we don't really have that yet, like, I mean, shout out Black Odyssey. He's fire. But, there's only a handful of like names when it comes to that sort of that genre. So I think there's a lot of potential there. The scene's pretty dope. Like there's a lot of shows that I've been doing with, some local groups. Shout out the Space Goons, bro. That's my homies, bro. Like they're tearing up Austin right now. Doing shows every week, like it's happening. I think that, it's going to take a while to get there, but to contribute to it, bro, I think you just need to keep going out and being honest with your music and honest with the people who are actually fucking with you when you go out and perform, or try to like spread your message, what you're trying to say with the music, like listen to the people that are listening to you, you know what I mean? And just like understand where they're coming from, why they like you, you know what I mean? Like interact on a community level with people, because the internet's not a real place. So, it's great to have like, again, like a number that's like satisfying to see, but I find it so satisfying to like engage with the people that are like curious about it, that want to know more, that want to come to your next show, that want to hear more of your music, that want to like rap on your beats, you know what I mean? I've been doing production with Flatleaf Productions, my sort of creative directive label, and it's been fun, man. I've probably worked with like 15 to 20 new people in Austin since I've been back for the last like year and a half. And yeah, a lot of people have good shit to say. Everyone's doing it for the right reasons, if you ask me. So yeah, I think Austin's on the rise for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta keep doing it and telling everyone where we're from, bro.
I mean, that's the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I made Flatleaf when I was still living in New Zealand. I lived there for like 5 years when I finished high school and everything. And towards the end of my time there, I created Flatleaf basically as a way to curate a certain again, like sense of community and like-minded, open thinking individuals. And I found that like oftentimes the best way to do that is through events, like being out and just like, you know, if you like the same DJ, chances are you like the same music, chances are you have a lot more in common, you know. And so yeah, I just started Flat Leaf to basically be my own label owner, for myself, have a platform where I can push not only my own story but the collective story of like what does it look like to, you know, want this this lifestyle, you know what I mean? What does it feel like to feel like you can go and create things every day? Yeah, and so this is actually one of the shirts that I made. Shout out 512, which is Austin's area code if y'all didn't know. But yeah, so I'm just getting started. I opened it up this year. I used the first drop as a chance to support my last EP, which is called Afterthoughts and Aftermath. So yeah, it's just a good way to combine the artistic side of things with the business side of things that can help keep it going. You know, most of the money I made from it at this point has gone right back into getting more, you know, views on it, more equipment to make it better, you know, better manufacturers, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, really just trying to make shit that people think is cool, you know, that says something about Austin on it, you know. Everyone wears an LA hat, they don't even be from LA, you know. Right. Hey, you got it right there, hell yeah. But it's like, we're gonna get an Austin hat out there too, you know. Mm-hmm. People in back, where's that, you know? Flat Leaf. Much love, this is ORiAN. We're gonna catch y'all next time, but yeah, good to talk to you. Much love.